Hello everybody, welcome back to YouTube Money. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, click on all, so that way you don't miss a video. Today, we're going to talk about PSA isn't just grading cards anymore, and here's what's actually happening. Let's clear something up, because there's a lot of people that are confused right now. They don't understand what's going on. Why is PSA buying cards back higher than market? Is this price manipulation? No. The answer is way simpler than that, and it's actually way more interesting than what people are trying to think, because everybody's thinking in a doom and gloom type of way. So first thing you need to understand is that trading cards do not work like stocks. Stocks are regulated, cards aren't. In cards, the market price is the last one or two solds that somebody remembers. That's it. There's no such thing as an order book. There's no real-time bids. There's no market maker until now. So PSA is becoming a liquidity provider. They're not just grading cards anymore. They're going to become the grading and buyback hub of the market. What does that mean? It means in strong markets, they'll sell cards selectively into demand and allowing them to get price discovery. And it means in weak markets, they can provide an out for people who want to immediately exit, and they'll absorb all the supply. That's not manipulation. This is how art, watches, wine, and commodities currently work. So why are buybacks above market? Paying above market doesn't mean that the market is fake. It usually means that the last sale is very old, the supply is very thin, low population, demand hasn't really shown up in the public yet. So they're not paying above value, they're paying ahead of it. So let me explain again. When you, as the collector, you go and you grade a card to PSA, PSA will then say, hey, congrats, you got a PSA 10. We're offering $300. But then you go look on eBay and eBay says, it's looking like the market's $250. So you instantly take the buyback because who wouldn't, right? Wow, this is above market. I'm gonna take this offer. But what's actually going on behind the scenes is that PSA, working alongside Card Ladder has a very advanced mathematical algorithm, which I'll represent with this funny looking robot over here. This robot is like, hey guys, let's make him smile. Hey guys, this card is going up. You should offer higher to guarantee that the buyer will accept this offer. And they're paying for speed, certainty, and zero shipping risk. So that all factors into the buyback offer that they're giving you. So now let's differentiate public versus private sales. Public sales create price discovery. Private buybacks create stability. Private sales don't print comps, and that's normal in illiquid markets. The danger right now isn't private buying. The danger is losing trust if people don't understand what's happening. And the reason why PSA is being very shady with this stuff right now is that it involves a lot of patents, which ties into the next segment I'll be talking about, which is the blockchain / NFT future. So let's take a look at this diagram. So imagine this future. You grade a card. PSA vaults it. Now you get an NFT tied to that exact slab, right? So now you have a tokenized version of this slab. Meaning, as soon as the slab gets graded, an NFT gets minted on the blockchain that's linked to that slab. Right? And what I'm thinking is that everything that everybody's been begging PSA to talk about, that tag is giving everybody, which is the extra information you need to understand why your card was graded a certain way, they're going to probably introduce that on the blockchain. So all that will be attached to the NFT. A full report on the complete analysis of why the card got the grade that it did. So now the card never moves, but the NFT is able to trade 24/7. You'll be able to sell it instantly. You don't have to rely on PSA buybacks. You can immediately sell into the market, and you can even explore opportunities to fractionalize expensive cards. You can even hedge prices without even touching the physical card whatsoever. And now you have two options, dual custody options. You can keep it in the vault, or you can redeem it, which means you burn or lock the NFT, which then allows you to withdraw it from PSA Vault. Why PSA would do this? PSA wouldn't make money by quote-unquote controlling prices or controlling the market or any other manipulative reason that everybody's talking about right now that is trying to put a bad name to PSA. They already make money on grading fees, they'll make money on storage fees, and they'll make money on liquidity services. Just like crypto custody, just like gold-backed tokens, the card stays safe, the market allows it to become very liquid. So some of the risks involved are obviously the trust. Do we trust PSA's vault? Right? Is there insurance on this vault? What are the possibilities of regulations stepping in and affecting this whole plan coming together? So this is why a lot of people are angry and are becoming very doom and gloom, is because we have very little transparency coming from PSA, and I believe very soon they'll release something to help the market understand what's going on. It's in the works, and this stuff takes time. This is collectibles growing up. The real question is, and you have to ask yourself, do you want absolute chaos every cycle? Like what we just had back earlier this year? Or back in 2020? Because if you are fine with absolute chaos every cycle, then no problem. You can keep what's going on right now. But if you want more liquidity, then this is the future that we need to see. Again, this is very theoretical, very analytical, not accusing anybody of anything. I'm actually praising PSA, counter to what everybody's saying right now. Even though there's some shady stuff going on, I'd like to believe that there are bigger things in the works that kind of undermine all the very little shady things that people are calling out. They are grading so many cards. Yeah, there's bound to be one problem here and there. The fact that you aren't hearing so much more of it just means that their error ratio on the smaller side. I've heard more shit bad about Tag than I've heard about PSA. So take that with a grain of salt. And with that, I'll end it off. As always, intelligence over instinct, created to think, not to react. I'll see you in the next one.